Now let us learn second type of decision-making statement, that is switch statement. In this lesson, we would be learning how switch statement works and rules for switch statement. Now what are switch statement? A switch statement is considered as a substitute for long if statements. When we have multiple conditions, switch statement suits good for a program. It is a control statement that allows a value to change control of execution. Switch statement can also be stated as multi-way branch statement. It provides an easy way to dispatch execution to different parts of code based on value of expression. We can do the same thing with the if-else-if ladder. However, the syntax of switch statement is much easier to read and write. So let us look at the syntax. It has a switch keyword followed with an expression. Here, the variable n is used as an expression. The expression is evaluated once, and then the value of this expression is compared with all the values of these case labels. Here, the first case has label 1, the second case has label 2. If the value of this expression has a match with this case label, then the corresponding statement after the matching label is executed. For example, let's say the value of n is 1. So the value of n gets matches with the case 1. So the code is executed followed by case 1. But if there is no any match with any of the case labels, then the default statement is executed. The statements corresponding to the default label get executed. Now, if a case is matched, then the statements after case label are executed until a break is encountered. If we do not use break, all statements after the matching label are executed. So it is important to use break after each case label. By the way, default clause inside the switch statement is optional. Let us look at the flowchart and get it more clear. Here are the three cases, case 1, case 2, case 3. The value of this expression will be evaluated and it would be some constant. First it is compared with case 1. If the value of the expression is 1, then the body of case 1 will be executed, break is encountered, and the control flow jumps out of the switch block. But if case 1 do not match, the comparing starts with case 2. If the value of expression happens to be 2, then the body of case 2 will be executed, break is encountered, and the control of flow jumps out of the switch block. If none of the cases match, then the statements corresponding to default keyword will be executed and the control automatically jumps out of the switch block. Let us discuss some important points about switch statement. The expression provided in the switch should result in a constant value, otherwise it would not be valid. Duplicate cases are not allowed. If we label one case as A, the second case as B, and the third case we label again as A, then it will throw an error, because while comparing, it will not understand whether to match with case A provided first or the case A provided by third. Default statement is optional. Even if the switch case statement do not have a default statement, it would run without any problem. The break statement is used inside the switch to terminate a statement sequence. When a break statement is reached, the switch terminates and the flow of control jumps to the next line following the switch statement. Even if the break statement is optional, but if it is omitted, execution will continue into the next case. The flow of control will fall through to subsequent cases until a break is reached. Now nesting of switch statement is allowed, that is, using a switch statement inside another switch statement. However, it should be avoided as it makes program more complex and less readable. Let's have a quick recap about switch statement. Switch statement is considered as a substitute for long if statements. It is generally used when we have multiple options to go through. It is a control statement that allows a value to change control of execution. Now, we would be having an assignment related to switch statement. We will make a simple calculator using switch statement.